bado tuko home. Mimi nasoma gazeti hapa, how other countries are battling the rising COVID-19 pandemic. Na sasa hapa tuko coronavirus beating the virus in Kenya. Hii kitu lazima iende. Mimi nimekaa home sana mpaka I need to get back to work. And so nikiwa tu hapa home, kazi yangu ni kupigia marafiki wakuje na one sanitize ya huko kwa stage wakishuka ndudhi. Sanitize, alafu ndio mkuje tuongee. Mimi nimeamua personally lazima nikae safe. Mimi sitaki hiyo maneno. Wale hawaamini corona iko, sawa, weka huko. Ukikufa utaaminia kwa jeneza. Mimi sitaki kukua guinea pig. Study. So today rafiki yangu amenitembelea, anaitwa Dr. Mbatia. Daktari.
Sema bwana.
Wewe. Shika hii.
Mimi niko na yangu. Niko na yangu.
Okay. Mimi niko na yangu.
Na trust yangu.
Hii ndio na sanitize naye, sitaki mchezo. Una trust yako?
Hii ni doctor grade.
Nipe hiyo. Hii yangu.
Yako basi umetoa wapi?
Cha tufanye hivi. Dr. Mbatia. This guy is my friend, has been my friend for years. Kiwa daktari. But si uongea tu, wewe ni daktari wa ng'ombe. Ni wa watu.
Mimi daktari wa watu.
So what's your title? Like Dr. Mbatia?
I'm Dr. Mbatia. I'm an outpatient doctor.
Okay.
Nifanya kazi in casualty emergency units. I've done that for 5 to 6 years now. Before that, I was heavily inpatient, working closely in a surgical department also for about 5-6 years. So hii kazi nimefanya 11 years minimum.
Kuchinja watu na kusave.
Na pia hapo kwa casualty, homa, emergencies.
Na wewe ungetumwa Meru kwa vidonda. Hapo unatafuta tu sewing machine ya kushona nyama za watu wamekatwa na panga. Kata hapo kushona tu.
Tuta invent na hiyo machine.
But daktari, talking about coronavirus. True. Bana, watu wanaona hii kitu ni kama mchezo. Coronavirus, is it serious? Iko. Corona iko. Juu hata nimesoma corona iko. Is it that serious?
It's real.
It's real.
It's kama kuna mtu anafikiri it's a story. It's real.
You know, most guys wanaangalia wakiona, like I posted on my Facebook page and and tweet and Instagram, nikiwaambia guys tukae home nini, ati kuna wengine wanajibu hapo kwa comments wananiambia Jessy, wewe unakaa uko sawa. Ati ndio sababu unataka kukaa home. Miskai, lazima nitoke nikahustle. So what do we have to tell watu kama vijana kama wananiona ati mimi siko sawa, hata mimi nawashwa sipati pesa, but wanaona they'd rather go to work than stay at home. So what's the importance of us staying at home? Na sisi ni wagonjwa.
You know, hii element ya prevent infection, I think is the place watu washiki vizuri. Na zile measures zote government imepeana, 2 are the most important. Yeah? Ya kwanza ni sanitizer. Ndio mimi niko nayo kwa mfuko. Na hand washing. Now the reasons those are very important is the way hii virus huwa ina spread na watu wanashika ugonjwa. It's droplet based. What that means is kuna mtu anaweza kuwa na infection, akohoe, ashike mapua, what have you, ikae kwa mikono, alafu aguze hii kiti, akienda job, akipanda matatu, ameshika handles za kuingia kwa matatu, viti. So everywhere somebody who is infected goes, anaacha hiyo virus hapo. Na mtu mwingine akipita hapo, ataguza hiyo sehemu pia. Sasa iko kwa mkono yake.
Yes.
And then later on kwa siku ama hiyo saa, watu ushika sura sana. We touch our faces a lot. We don't notice. Later on aguze mapua yake, sasa aguze macho, anafanya hivi. Aguze mdomo labda. The virus now, because the virus tunaambia watu, it enters the body from what we call mucous membranes. Hizi linings za macho, za mapua, za mdomo. Akishaguza hapo, you're infected now. Na hiyo story sasa inaendelea the same way.
Okay, another person does that.
Sasa if you think, so if you think about it, mtu mmoja akiwa nayo, and another thing nataka ku mention, Some people have it, they don't have very severe. In fact, most people don't get severe infections. Yani, it's something people need to understand.
It's mild.
It's a mild infection for close to 80% of people, which is a lot. It is a mild infection. In fact, 80%, some people, my colleagues who are in the specialized fields are saying almost up to 90%. But MC Jessy, this is the thing.
Ngoja unasema 90%
is like mild. Watu let's say kuna watu 10 washike corona au COVID-19, watu 9 ni homa tu watakuwa nayo. Mild like symptoms. They will not need to be hospitalized. Hawatahitaji ICU care, vitu kama hizo, na watakufa. And that is based on the numbers zile sasa zinatoka places hii kitu ishapita na imecharaza na inaenda. China is our main source of information. So that is how dangerous it is or how not dangerous it is. But Kenya tunaambia watu, let's say tuko na population ya watu milioni 10, milioni 20, milioni 30. Fine inakaa kidogo nikisema 10% ndio pekee watapata disease noma, but 10% of 10 million, Jessy, you must say 1
million. And we have 49. Let's say round it off to 50 million. Wala alizaliwa after census.
You see. And to make matters worse, ina affect watu wazee sana. We are seeing that ukipita age ya 65, 69, 70, especially kama uko na ugonjwa ingine inakusumbua, it's heavy for you. Na out of hao ambao wanapata ugonjwa critical, percentage yao sasa ndio wanakufa. Yeah.
Wazee sana.
Wazee sana sana. Yeah.
How about the cases with children? Also wako immunity yao iko chini. Watoto si wanapata haraka sana.
Hey, and I'm thankful to God for this, because I'm a father, you're a parent. Children so far, kulingana na sasa sisi huongea na studies, na statistics, numbers, because those are facts. Kulingana na zile namba tuko nazo kutoka China and the other countries, this virus doesn't seem to target or to infect children. Yes. In fact, there are certain age groups we've not actually reported cases. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, perhaps up to 6, 7, 8, 9. Na kama in our effect, it is either wako nayo and they are not showing symptoms, or it is very mild. Yeah? So it's not a danger so far to children. Your demographic, it seems the younger you are, the less likely you are to suffer a serious infection or even infection at all. What is 0, 1, 2, 3, they are not a concern.
But danger ni ati wanaweza beba.
Wanaibeba. Anaweza kuwa na infection which is not showing symptoms. We call them asymptomatic carriers. Okay. Now, in fact, a lot of people watakuwa kwa hiyo group, mild symptoms, right? Such that it's not even something you consider uko nayo. Yeah, but unatembea, unaenda kila mahali, unaacha sasa wale hiyo percentage of the most critical people sasa you have exposed them. And the reason ukisikia gava inasema stay home.
Yes.
And Kenyans will have this issue.
Tunataka kwenda out bado.
Inikaa tuko holiday.
Mpaka tunauliza aje.
Hii kitu haiko.
Miskai home hata tujaonyeshwa na kwa TV hao wenye wako nayo.
Let me tell you why it's dangerous kufikiria hivyo. One, pandemic, any pandemic inakuwa na place inaanza, kutakuwa na place itaisha. We are all somewhere along that curve ya kuanza, ikuwe mbaya, ianze kutulia, iishe. We are all along a time scale yani.
Yeah.
China December, ikilingia January, au pia labda walisema manze nani
ngona relatives wetu. So wameanza kubehave kasi.
So, but this is what China did that we as doctors tunafikiri was the most important thing in them controlling your infection. Because unaweza imagine China ni wengi, they are also outgoing, they are densely populated, they have a large age group ya watu wazee, hiyo demographic nakwambia.
Yes.
What did they do? Because what happened is cases zilianza kupanda, then all of a sudden zinaanza kushuka. Na sasa hii China they are back to what you would say normal.
Hata ndio wanaenda kusaidia countries
like Italy. What did they do? Now that's the point. Government knows what they did. And that's why as a government hawakuambii what they did. Gava iko na experts wengi. A lot of my colleagues actually work within the government as advisors. Yeah, people who are also giving us lectures as doctors as to what to do. So the government has information, and that is why it is telling people to do what they're doing. Si ati wanaamka msikia wengine wakituambia gava sijui inatafuta do ya WHO ndio imeannounce kuna kesi. Story more
6 billion.
Sasa ndio maana unasikia waki-announce
ati hiyo pesa ndio inachukuliwa ati gava ina need pesa ya BBI na corona.
This is a global issue, and what China did that now we want to also emulate, iliambia watu wa stay home. First of all, Wuhan, it was put under lockdown. Sasa lockdown, the easy lockdown. Lockdown. Usipite hapa.
Ukijisikia usitoke. Lakini kama unajisikia wewe enda na ushauri yako.
Lockdown. And the rest of China now walipewa what as we have.
Yes.
Don't go out. Public gatherings, you know, place watu wanakusanyika wakiwa wengi. Huku leo kuna asenajua wako wedding. Watarudi home on your blog na kuna wedding wametoka. Church, kuna watu wataenda church kesho. Na church, okay, mostly ni watu wazee wenda church.
Mimi kwanza mama wa Kiabu.
Yes. Idigiago vya kanisa.
Na offering stewards.
Yes.
Mimi nikose kutumikia Bwana. Na hii corona maybe imekuja kutukuja mambo ya kwenda kwa Mungu. Unatoroka kanisani uende wapi? Jehanamu.
That is a
mama wanaamini kutoenda church
ndio italeta balaa.
So we need to go to church to pray. Si unaweza on their home.
Public gatherings, if there's anything sahi watu wanafaa kuacha, there are grades of, I'll explain why I'm insisting on public gatherings. Yeah. The other thing other than hand washing and sanitization that has proved effective is social distancing, of which lockdown is the extreme version of it. Juu mnakaa home na hakuna kutoka home. But generally social distancing, because being a virus ambayo iko kwa mate ama, you know, droplets, haiwezi enda fight enda ishuke. So that's why you're hearing about the meter and all sorts of distances. But in a social gathering, that is where hakuna personal space.
Yeah.
First of all, unacheki hakuna
2 meters.
Kuenda kwanza marorasho na ma weddings ni yani unasalimia kila mtu, unasalimiana hivi, you know. Yani ni kama kupeana tu.
Na maybe uliambia demu yako alikuwa home, mtaenda kesho yake na hiyo usiku mzima ameshinda kuinteract na cousin yake mwenye ametoka juzi China.
Yes. So you see the problem with social gatherings. Sasa hizo, those ones have to stop. Because here's the thing, like I said, every pandemic wangana ka time scale. And the way it started, they have gone through. Italy is peaking or has recently peaked at the point where majority of mortalities
because they also
ignored
the issue of staying.
Yes, they ignored. They did not take it seriously the way China did. And now what is happening in a country that is far more prepared than us in terms medically, equipment and all that, that small percent I'm telling you that will get very sick because watu ni wengi and in their population demographic watu wazeni hata they are more than us and they are all getting sick the same time. They have overwhelmed the hospitals. Ndio maana sasa you're getting those many deaths because when people get very sick with this thing wanahitaji support. Machine ya kusaidia breathe, because what happens is the lungs huwa zinajaa maji. It's pneumonia basically. But you see, mtu mmoja akikuja usina pneumonia, we are okay. 2, 3, it's okay. We are strained, but we are okay. 100 is a whole different scenario. Watalala wapi? Sijui utameza.
Nimekohoa. Wewe symptoms ni gani by the way? Symptoms ni gani nisije
kwanza nikwambie symptoms kabla ukunywe sanitizer.
Karibu nikakunywe.
So the main symptoms tunaambia watu wakuwe alert about.
Ako kakof.
Tumalize kesho. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
symptoms. Hiyo yangu ni symptom.
Nitakwambia. Tapiga hotline sahi. So there are particular symptoms that are more common than others. Again, this is based on ile info tumepewa na China. They have been very good at disseminating. Number one, wale watu wako na coronavirus. Okay? What is most important, even before you get to symptoms, is what you call contact history.
Okay.
Have you been to China?
No.
In the last 2 weeks,
No.
I believe.
Actually,
Yes, so this is what actually I ask my patients. Have you, because most of them wanakuja daktari na kohoa. Daktari mimi na kohoa. Niko na corona.
Assume mimi ni patient.
Yes, yeah.
Uniuliza maswali.
So have you been to China in the last say even a month?
No, hata sijaifika China.
Or any other hard hit country. Hard hit countries are Iran, Italy,
Iran.
Europe generally, Spain.
Spain, it's a dream, but not anymore.
Korea, yeah.
Korea, hapana.
You've not been there. In the UK, yes.
UK, I was in the UK.
When?
2 years ago.
So that is where we start. Contact. So you
Qatar, juzi.
Iran, ulikuwa Iran. What we are doing
Iran is next to Qatar.
It's like, next, but Qatar, unless something has changed, hawajaanza kureport. Remember, I said every country is in a time spectrum. Maybe it's there, but it's incubating. So haungeipata. Yeah?
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Ulikuwa Qatar,
Nilikuwa Qatar.
But don't worry, revisit. So that's country-based contact, okay?
Yes. Nilikuwa Dubai.
Another 3 years ago,
actually.
Sasa nimesema 1 month.
One month nimekuwa Vega Regen na side za Doni.
Haya.
Na Nyayo Estate kuvisit brother yangu na wapi.
Umeenda Kenyatta? Ama any
Kenyatta
other place?
Hospital.
Any other? Have you been in contact with a patient or a relative?
Kenyatta kuna. Have I been in contact with Kenyatta? Kenyatta Hospital hapana. Kenyatta Market Z, Kenyatta University no. Lakini Kenyatta the president.
You remember?
Yes, tushamit.
Yeah, alikuwa Iran ama hawezi jua.
Any president lazima ilikufia kwa ndege.
So contact is very important.
Contact, okay.
Contact history, because that is how they spread. Someone goes somewhere anakuja nayo. Okay. And that's why ilitoka China
ikakuja huko.
Ikaenda wherever it is you see it, it was taken by a carrier, someone.
And they didn't know they have it.
They didn't know they have it, or they had symptoms, but they didn't know.
Zilikuwa ndani hazijatokea.
Or they had a mild, they were one of those people, I'm telling you, who have a mild flu-like illness.
Okay.
With cough and things like those.
And now let me ask, hata mimi kitu inanisumbua akili. Okay, sawa. Kenya walikuja na ndege.
Yes,
like that. The lady we are told the first one, she had come from the US.
Yes.
Kwa hiyo ndege mali alikuwa, si alikuwa anashika viti.
True.
Now there is the in-flight attendant who is serving.
True.
So huyo in-flight attendant wa KQ.
Yeah. Ako wapi? Alafu hiyo kiti. Yes.
Alitoka US whatever time. Na haikuwa juzi, ilikuwa sijui a week or 2 weeks before apatikana na corona. So hiyo kiti vile alitoka, si hiyo ndege bado imeendelea kufly around ya Kisumu, Nairobi, Mombasa and South Africa. Watu wale wamekuwa hapo wakikalia, hawajakuwa kishika or whatever.
Well, of course wamekuwa kishika. Now where the government comes in, they do what they call contact tracing. That's why we have departments for infectious disease. Wanaangalia flight, it's called records or whatever, manifest. Who was in this plane? They were flying from where?
They are doing that.
They do that, yes.
Okay.
And now they trace all these people, right?
Or in that place.
Yes. Step 1 after tracing, okay, sir, symptom assessment and testing.
Yes.
All right. But what I'd like to assure people is, if you are sanitizing, and this is where the importance of sanitization comes in, if you're sanitizing regularly, almost you would say as a habit, right? Minimizing facial contact, touching your face, social distancing, it really shouldn't matter if these people, if watu wanasema hawatawapata wote kweli, like they slipped through some sort of
walienda hizo marurashio.
Yes,
Kanisa.
Of course, yes, but the thing is, that's why the government is insisting on what works.
Do you think it would be a good idea if, for example, sisi wote tuombo na serikali? We just take ourselves to hospitals for,
testing,
voluntary testing, especially if like watu wenye wame travel. Like now for me, I think I should go because you can imagine how many fans niko now na wananisalimianga daily. That's why mimi ukiniambia nitoke staki because mimi sijui kusoma watu wakinisalimia poa sana Jessy, fit sana, sasa MC Jessy mambo, poa sana mahali.
In fact, to make it too interesting, the opposite is true.
What if I had
stay home? That's
no,
what
kukaa home means kaa.
In fact, if let's say right now ulikuwa umenyuliza symptoms.
Yes.
And let's say you had traveled, right, to one of those, and you're sitting at home, and now you have a dry cough. That is a very common symptom. Dry cough, not wet. Ile iko nayo saa hizi dry. Wet is actually wet is actually less likely to be. So toa kitu, tema kitu.
Iko sawa.
Iko na kitu. Sanitize, it's a habit. I think Said sanitize three times. And the importance ni sasa, you see, we touch our face so much, it's good. You'd rather always be sanitized. So at point itafika utajikuna. Anyway, so if you in that group, you have a dry cough, or you have a fever, or you feel feverish, what do? Most people wanasema, mimi naingia kwa gari sahi, naenda hadi Bagavi, Kenyatta, nipimwe. It seems logical. When we are sick, you and the hosi, stay home. That is why we have hotline numbers.
Okay.
Why am I saying that? Because this movement is what will take what you have, your whole journey to the hospital, unaacha tu hizo vitu. Your whole journey to the hospital, you who now has symptoms, it means you're able to give somebody else a virus. Umeacha hizo vitu kila mahali. Stay home, call the hotline number, they will know what to do. Which will
clubbing, watu wanashinda club, my friend.
Club mta
daktari. Waacha kwenda hanye. Hizi happy tutaenda.
Mta happy.
Hizo club kina Milan tutaenda tu.
Na mtaoa.
Rurashio.
It's not an emergency.
Actually I think wale watu wanafanya rurashio, then corona happened. Is God speaking to you? Think about what you're doing.
It's people just not taking what should be serious.
No,
serious.
God
Ama anaambia oweni tu la kupa.
Hebu fikiria sana kabla uoe.
Think about it.
Uone kama ni the right person.
Abdul ukomeomba, God give me the right person. Show me a sign. Shika corona. Could be. Whatever the case may be. Weddings are not emergencies.
Yes, wachana nayo. Actually,
achana nayo.
Juu tunakula mchele zako bure. Come on. And then you want to show us uliolewa nini? Why don't you marry hii time ya corona? Budget kidogo.
Budget watu wawili mkae 1 meter apart.
Ako pale ako hapa. Pasi hapa mafadha. Hata kama ni sacrament anazitupa hivi. Haya.
Sema
na okay. Mnarishia
yes. Unaweka kidole hivi ingia.
Babes. Nasikia kademu kanakwambia, babes hebu fanya hivi. Miss, haya. So utakuwa na ring kama 5. Ambia babes.
Yes.
Weka vidole hivi. Yenye utaingia.
Ni hiyo.
Ikiingia hii kubwa uje nimekuengage.
Yes.
Ikiingia hii nimekuoa.
Bora ingie.
Walevi hapa hawezi pita.
Hawezi pita hata wao.
So marurashio, maharusi, clubbing, wachana nazo.
Actually there are gradings of activities depending on which is dangerous, which you can do, which is safe. You know what I mean? And it's yellow, orange, red type of thing, right? Red, in the red, in hizi vitu watu, they are insisting on doing.
Yes.
Weddings, tuenda church, clubbing, anywhere you can think of where mko tu mnasukumana mko nini, that is in the red. That is one of those scenarios. Huku hatuna tournaments mingi za futa, but in those European countries, we think that's likely some of the things because stadium iko na watu 50,000 mko mmeshikana, that is timu yako imewin nini, those I can't be more clear. Stay home now. What can you do? Because okay,
Yes.
fine, tuta stay
Yes.
home. Lazima niende bitu kwa duka. Lazima nifanye nini? Now there
Huyu mtu wa delivery lazima tuletee.
lazima come.
Juu delivery saizi na work sana
By the way,
watu wako na app ya delivery saizi.
sasa ndio zinachacha.
But ukienda kwa duka, you see you have to go. The government said the other day at the supermarket limit watu wanaingia.
Yeah.
They want to clear the
They want
stocks.
to clear.
Hata wao.
Yeah.
So
now these other things are less dangerous. That's why they have been graded.
Okay.
For instance, certain things like taking a walk, a jog, they're on the yellow side. You're alone, it's open air and all that. It's not many people gathering. That's actually not it's not a high risk social scenario. These videos are red. Yeah? Yes, those are the things which must stop.
Dance.
Yeah, you'll find as long as those things stop, the other things that people have to do are in the yellow category or even orange, which is.
So are we supposed also to keep a 1-2 meter distance at home?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. I think stick to sanitizing as your number one defense, right? Because number one, majority of us who are at home already, unless you know what you are already keep a distance. Two, yes, but you'd rather wash your hands than keep a distance. What I'm trying to say. Usifikiri ati juu atuta come home ukatae kuosha mikono unaambia wife yako hata sitakushika leo. Mbona nioshe? You see, that doesn't make sense. Because you'll touch this. So when you come in from outside, wash your hands, sanitize regularly. About distance in the house, what I know people have been worried about, and I had to actually go and talk to some specialists about this, I wasn't sure. Women and their babies.
Okay.
What's the information on that? Right? Because that's pretty close distance.
Very close.
A mom may have symptoms or she's afraid. There's a lot of fear, yeah? Which we also have to be. That's why I started with majority of people, they get a mild illness, they live, right? We are worrying about that small percent, ambayo itatulemea as a country, and itazilemea countries zingine kubwa. We need to take care of those guys. That's why we are doing what we're doing. But at home, a mother has a baby, if you have symptoms or maybe even confirmed, remember it's not a big deal for 80%.
Yes.
It's not like you're dying. But you are home, you have a baby and you have corona. You've been confirmed. Wear a mask, all right? As you're breastfeeding, wear a mask. But nothing else has to stop. It is safe to breastfeed your baby.
Okay.
As far as we are concerned, this virus doesn't travel through the breast milk, so it's safe. And remember, kids are also in a category of low risk, right? The other scenario, I think that's been one of the main questions. I have a baby, women who have babies, they're on another level of worry. Yes. They're worried, even without corona, they're on another level of worry about their baby. Yes. So we didn't want a scenario where they're not even breastfeeding. Something else you can do, if you are actually, let's say, confirmed or whatever, you can express your milk. We are saying this because breastfeeding is so important.
Yes.
For the baby.
You have to do it.
It is so important that
so
do what you have to do.
So the mothers need to keep the utmost, level of cleanliness.
Regular, again, it comes back to?
Sanitizing, washing your hands.
But they will just sanitize the last 2 minutes.
Sasa tutashinda hapa
do. Sasa tutashinda hapa msee. Sawa. Wewe ndio uliniita, mimi kwa na shughuli.
So, how many times?
Regular. That's the message I'm trying to get across.
Sasa
is that
that's I keep sanitizing.
Me, I don't know who sat on this seat before. I don't know. You said you have many fans.
Yes.
I don't know. Itaguza? Sasa inaenda kutembelea.
Churchill alikuwa hapa jana. Ni alikuwa hapa last.
Na yeye pia na fans wengi.
Na mimi sijui alikuwa ametoka hapa.
Niguze hapa. Niko na Kaich. It's your story. I'll be fine. I'm 35 years old. It's not a big deal. Kesho niende kutembelea my dad or my dad's dad or whatever. Hapo ni sasa noma ina. You get the drift.
Unaipeleka kwa wazee.
I'm more worried about actually
ukae home.
Ndio maana ambia watu wakae home.
Actually hata ukikutana na mzee usimsalimie.
Mwambie sasa ndio atajua kugota nini.
Well, by the way, shake ndio mbaya. Na watu wanagota. How dangerous is this?
Generally, if you are to look at where this virus, what you use to touch things, this surface ya mkono ndio iko na the highest percentage of if there is any virus itakuwa hapa. Yeah. This because few people who understand. So it's less on this side, but it's still there.
Unajua watu wengi washa tu mikono. And now you are an expert. Watu wanafaa kuosha mikono namna gani? Unaanza wapi?
Nimeona unaijua. Of course you start with the most. So this is how most people wash their hands. Check it. Your story naish. That's not how you wash your hands.
So you wash like
start with this. You focus on the palms. You go to the thumbs. Go kwa thumbs. Unazirotate. This is the nails and the tips. Unazikunja into a ball like this. You go around the other side.
Hapa nimeanza kusikia na kabisa. Nitapata pesa.
Una turn the hand over. This is in between.
Oh, so this side also is
in between. Go up to your wrist. Unamaliza. Right? And we used to do that a lot in our surgical departments. That's actually how surgeons, every time, they do that because they are sure. When you do all those things, you've completely cleaned.
So every time you wash your hands,
that's actually
fuata your procedure. It's so natural to
yes. Yeah. Hivi haraka, but you always find I'll do a quick. I'll touch everywhere basically. I'll touch everywhere but quickly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very essential. Wala hajui kuna mkono, now you know. Nataka umetoka kula nyama hivi.
The thumb, people forget the thumb a lot. Yeah, and then you now up, yeah. That's it.
Then unafanya hivi.
It's a simple thing unaambia watu kufanya ni kama it's really inconveniencing.
Mtu anasikia poa after umeosha mkono. So oh my god, na bado najiguza.
Umejiguza. Yes. That's why I'm saying hand washing na sanitizing regularly is very important because hakuna nje utakosa kujishika sura ama ni uso.
By the tofauti ya sura na uso ni nini? Unajishika sura ama unajishika uso?
I think ni uso unajishika.
Uso.
Sura ni ya mtu, uso common. Hawezi kosa kujishika. But if you've been regularly sanitizing.
Regular sanitization and then hata nikijiguza ni sawa. Okay, so I need to keep on doing it. So hata nikiguza sasa.
Then you don't have the viral particles. Because even if it's naingia kwa mwili, by touching your face, eyes, nose, mouth, yeah. So that proves my point. When umejishika tu hivyo unaona ulikuwa umesanitize. So it's better that you keep sanitizing regularly. Because that's easier than kuform your habit ya kulenga uso. Unaweza kuwa na inzi hapo, unajaribu ku. Lazima uta. But stay regularly sanitizing. Yeah.
So doc, asante sana.
Yeah.
Unless kuna kitu tumesahau ya ku-add on this how to tackle corona hapa hivi Kenya. Watu wanaichukulia jokes. It's not a joke, man. Kaa nyumbani if you can. Actually, you should know that if you can, usisambaze na usiende kuichukua huko nje utuletee. Tafadhali. I have decided to stay at home because my reasons are that nikitoka nje naweza kutana na mtu ambaye ako naye na ni fan wangu, atanisalimia, I can't snob them. I'll say hi back. Na maybe atanisalimia for niambia, "Oh my god. I'm your big fan from China."